that. Nobody really believes that. People are saying, well, no, what we're saying is that people who are in prison for having entered an unoccupied building probably never should have been in prison at all. And the people who are in prison with good reason because they robbed somebody or something, we don't necessarily have to believe that those people can never, ever have a chance to come out of prison and be productive citizens. You know, you just have to take a nuanced view. You know, you can't just say, well, they're bad people and they're good people, especially because we've got so many bad people walking around and so many good people locked up and vice versa.
Yeah, the nuance part is so important because the real question is like, what causes so many people to become bad people, and how come no one's examining the root of this? How come no one's looking at these deeply impoverished, crime-ridden communities that have remained that way for decades and decades and decades and offered up some sort of a solution? You know, it's almost like you have to financially incentivize a company to radically improve the economic and the justice situation in any random community that's experiencing a lot of crime. Like it's almost like you have to figure out a way to privatize peace and safety. You know, it's almost like the one way. I mean, it's really what I was saying before. Like, imagine if these prison companies got paid based on the amount of productive citizens emerge from their prisons and then wind up doing really well. Like, you get incentivized. Like, he's never committed another crime. Now he started his own business. He's doing this and that. He's got a family.
Yep.
His kids all get straight A's. Everybody's happy. This is a success, and we got a bonus because of that success.
Yeah, I mean, you're right in a way that it's
It's the root
in
of
some
it.
way we sort of are privatizing it because, like in my neighborhood in New York, there's a group called the Doe Fund, which has been around for a couple decades, I think, and they take guys who have had severe drug addiction, have ended up in prison, and are released and have no starting place, as you were describing. And they give them a bed, they give them a bank account where they give them a certain amount of money each week for working. And it's not a huge amount of money, but it sort of is the first step toward even being able to sort of have a checkbook and be able to say, oh, okay, so I've got $100 and I've spent 50 and this is what I have left. And they give them a job, which is they make deals with neighborhoods around New York for them to come and do like street cleaning and clean up the neighborhood. And they give them a uniform, which is clean, and they put them out on the street with a big blue trash bucket and some, functional broom and things